You keep reopening the same YouTube video, trying to become the kind of person who wakes up excited at 5 a.m. Different creator, different routine, different planner, same feeling. You sit there watching somebody color code their life while your coffee gets cold next to a notebook full of goals that you keep rewriting every 3 weeks. And the weird part is, you're not even lazy. You actually want to want it. And that's why all of this gets so confusing because people who don't care don't spend this much time trying to force themselves to care. So now you're sitting there trying to emotionally negotiate with yourself like, no, seriously, this is a good opportunity. You'd be stupid not to do this. Meanwhile, your body reacts to the entire thing like somebody assigned you community service. And you keep calling it a lack of discipline. But watch what happens. You get excited about a new version of your life, maybe the business, the relationship, the fitness routine, the move, the career pivot, the better version of yourself. And in the beginning, you can almost feel the relief of becoming somebody people would finally admire consistently. Not love, admire. There's a difference. New apps, new habits, new systems, new clothes, new routine, new identity. You keep purchasing proof that this new version of you is finally about to happen. You start performing the future version of yourself before you even really know if you want that person's life. You start saying things like, this time I'm serious. And for a few days, you almost believe yourself. Then slowly, you start dragging your feet. You stop opening the planner as much. The morning routine starts feeling emotionally heavy. You keep pushing things later and later in the day, even while thinking about them constantly. You start consuming motivation instead of moving naturally, watching productivity videos, reorganizing your goals again, downloading another app again, researching the perfect systems again. And not because you're progressing in any way, but because you're staying in about to become. Actually, moving toward it, that forces truth. And this is the part that most people never admit. Sometimes the exhaustion is not from the workload, it's from the constant effort of trying to emotionally manufacture desire. Desire for a life that does not fit you. But instead of asking, do I actually want this? Our brain immediately goes to, what's wrong with me? Because admitting you don't want it feels dangerous, especially when the thing that you don't want sounds impressive. You didn't just want the life, you wanted the emotional permission you thought the life would finally give you. Permission to relax, permission to stop feeling behind, permission to finally believe that your existence made sense, permission to stop treating your life like a constant audition of worthiness. That's the part that breaks people because some people don't even know what their real desires sound like anymore. They know only what gets praise, what gets respect, what gets validation. And the really uncomfortable part? Sometimes your body knows well before your identity catches up. That's why you can accomplish something huge and feel absolutely nothing afterward. You finally get the apartment flat. You finally get the promotion flat. You finally get the relationship that you chased for 2 years flat. Because now you can't blame the unhappiness on not having the thing anymore. Now you have to confront the possibility that you built an entire emotional future around something you never actually wanted organically. Some people are not burned out because they're doing too much. They're burned out because every single day requires them to override themselves internally. Every day feels like a self betrayal with good branding. Because sometimes relief is honesty, and people are terrified of honesty when honesty threatens the identity they've built their whole entire lives around. Until one day you realize you spent years trying to earn attachment to a life you never organically connected to in the first place. You weren't building a life, you were building evidence that you deserved to exist. Truth be told, some people aren't exhausted because they lack discipline. They're exhausted from trying to force themselves to love a life they only chose to feel acceptable.